Welcome to Sky Broking Commodity Weekly Market Commentary. Disclaimer: this weekly market commentary is for information purpose only. Before taking any decision, consult a financial advisor. Major data of this week has less number of economic data and the major events like US FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. Now let's see the precious metals outlook. Gold and silver has news like a strong employment report has gold on the ropes even as the 2s and 10s. The treasury yield curve inverts again. The shorter end of the curve is steepening, and while recession risks for the down road are growing, the economy is still looking very good right now. Chicago Fed Evans might be in the minority as he favors only a quarter-point rate hike at each meeting this year. Expectations are growing for the Fed to deliver not just one supersized rate hike, and that could make things tough for the non-interest bearing gold in the short term. Fundamentally, this is a slight negative news for precious metals, and technically speaking, gold may expect a profit booking rally. Silver also may expect a profit booking rally. So these are this week's precious metals outlook. Now let's move on to see the energy outlook. First is crude oil. It has a news like earlier WTI crude tumbled below $100 level as energy traders digested the Biden administration's third time of taping the SPR. No surprises from an OPEC Plus meeting on output as Saudi Arabia oil shipments dipped in March. Fundamentally, this is a slight negative news for crude oil, and technically speaking, crude oil may expect a mild profit booking with supports of 7,367 levels. Next is natural gas. It has a news like natural gas futures surged more than 50% in the first quarter, a record for the period due to concerns about tight investors for that heating and power plant fuel amid booming export demand. Still, a surge to $10 by summer is seen as unlikely. The commodity traded in New York at about $5.70 on Friday and should average $3.70 in the third quarter. A trader is making a big bet on the odds of US natural gas futures doubling by summer. Fundamentally, this is a positive news for natural gas, and technically speaking, natural gas has a close above 443 levels on daily basis, which means some more upswings are ahead. So these are this week's energy outlook. Now let's see the base metals outlook. First is copper. It has a news like Peru, the world's second copper producer, will target excess profits that mining firms have gained from soaring global metal prices for extra taxation, the country's economy minister told Reuters. This is fundamentally a slight positive news for copper, and technically speaking, copper may expect a consolidation phase. Next is aluminum. It has a news like LME base metals mostly start Q2 positively, aluminum drops. This is fundamentally a negative news for aluminum, and technically speaking, aluminum may expect a profit booking rally. Next is lead. It has a news like in the spot market, primary lead smelters maintain discounts of 100 to 150 yuan my token, and secondary lead smelters inventory of finished product was slow after sell-off yesterday and still restricted purchases of lead acid battery scrap. This is fundamentally a negative news for lead, and technically speaking, until lead has a close above 188 levels on daily basis, mild profit booking may be expected. Next is zinc. It has a news like manufacturers planned to suspend the production starting from today amid a complicated market and upcoming tomb sweeping holiday. The overall consumption was sluggish. In terms of logistics, the transportation of spots was sluggish in East China. This is fundamentally a slight negative news for zinc, and technically speaking, zinc may expect a mild profit booking until close above 359 on daily basis. And the last is nickel. It has a news like the prices have not fully returned to the fundamentals. In the short term, the supply and demand will still remain weak before the upstream raw material supply for nickel sulfate and ferronickel pricing issue are resolved. Fundamentally, it is a slight negative news for nickel, and technically speaking, nickel may expect a high volatility trade. So these are this week's Commodity Weekly Market Commentary. For more market updates, join our Telegram channel and the YouTube channel. Thank you by Sky Broking.